So in this video, we're going to talk about how to actually go ghost mode so that you can understand it once and for all, and then there's no guessing about ghost mode. This will be the only ghost mode video that you'll ever need to watch, especially if you're a trader and you have some serious goals and you want some serious leveling up to do, then this is the video that's going to lay it out for you in full detail. So by the end of the video, you're going to have a clear understanding of ghost mode and why it's such a big deal, and it should be a big part of your life if you ever want to move forward. So the first thing is you got to get rid of social media. Okay, so you are going to delete all of your social media apps off of your phone. Now, that's why it's called ghost mode, because you disappear. And you delete it, and because that stuff is basically distracting you from your purpose, from your goal. And also, if you don't have social media on your phone, this is going to stop you from doom scrolling short form content and wasting time. If you look at your phone, you can probably see how many hours you're wasting on scrolling endlessly, looking at content that is not going to help you. You're not going to progress forward with a lot of the doom scroll, brain rot content that is out there is not going to help you. So that is the first thing. You got to delete that, or at least block it off on your app. Okay. And then once you've done that, your phone, you want to block all the other apps so that you can access them when you're supposed to be working. So whatever apps you have, you want to block it, and you want to put your phone on permanent do not disturb mode and on silent, and you want to turn off all of your notifications. So this is going to let you get into flow state and do deep work when you are supposed to be working without distraction. Also, this is going to be the foundation for how you're going to do your dopamine detox. Do you understand? Because if you want to achieve your goal and have a good experience with the ghost mode and make it productive, then you're going to have to dopamine detox elsewhere, because you are being overstimulated somewhere else. And then because of that, you're not going to do your work that you're supposed to do. You're not going to do your back testing, or you're not going to do your studying, or whatever the thing that you have to do to get you forward. Which leads me to the next point, and that is have one clear, specific goal. So whatever you're trying to achieve in ghost mode, be clear and intentional on that one thing, okay? And for trading, it could be studying a course. This is a good idea. I mean, you can go and study properly, find the right course or mentor and study everything that you need to know, and that might take a week or two of pure focus and study. Or it could be building out your trading system, refining your trading system, or it could be whatever it is. It's not just for trading. It could be anything, okay? But it's just one goal, okay? And it's very clear, and you just write it down on a piece of paper, and that is your chief aim for that ghost mode period, okay? And then once you have your goal clear, you get to work. And in order to get to work, you also have to cut out all social interaction. So all parties, all meetings with people, all hanging out, and all of that stuff comes to a dead stop, zero. Okay, so you're not doing anything. You're not going out to party. You're not going out to hang out. There's none of that, because it's just going to distract you. You're not even hanging out with family. Okay, if you have your wife and your kids, obviously you have to do what you have to do and take care of them. Okay. But other than that, you're not meeting anyone. And there is one exception. Unless going out and meeting somebody or having a networking event is going to help you move toward your goal, then by all means, you have to do it. That becomes something that is important that you have to do. Okay. So that is another one that you have to understand. Otherwise, you're in ghost mode. Nobody sees you. Nobody gets access to you. Okay. So if people invite you out to a barbecue, to whatever, you're not even replying, or you just say no. Okay. So make that very clear. And then this one is the one that is the magic. Okay. You got to cut out all the pornography, all the adult content if you consume it, and you should not, because it is bad for you. It's bad for your brain. Okay. It's very degenerate stuff, but you don't want to be doing any of that, especially in ghost mode, because it's going to, one, sap your energy, is going to drain your life force and your creative force. Okay. So you're going to want to not pleasure yourself and not do any of that stuff. You shouldn't be doing it anyways. Okay. Save your energy, because after a few days of being in ghost mode, you're going to notice a shift internally in your energy. You're going to be able to have the energy to get up and do what you're supposed to do and focus and create whatever you have to do. Okay. So that is a very important point. And that is also what they do in the monk mode. Okay. But in monk mode, you're still a little bit sociable. Okay. But in ghost mode, you go dark. There's no distraction. Okay. So ghost mode is the extreme version of monk mode. Okay. And then after that, you got to meditate every day. Daily meditations are a must, because this is going to help you refocus and visualize on your goal. It's going to bring your attention back, and your mind is going to make it still. So when you have a calm and still mind, this is where the magic happens as well. Okay, you are now going to be able to get your downloads. You're going to get aha moments. Whatever you're working on, it's going to have some roadblocks. You're going to have problems along the way, trying to do whatever you're trying to do. It's not always going to be smooth. So you need to meditate, because it's in that quiet, 15-minute, 20-minute block. That's when your mind is calm. Okay. And that's when you can get rid of the chaos and all the noise and refocus again on what is important. Okay. This is going to help you a lot. So you need to meditate every day without fail. Okay. And if you don't want to sit still and meditate, I would also say you can go walk. Okay. If you can meditate and go walk every day, even better. Okay. But if you can't meditate, then at least go for a walk in nature every day. Okay. Without your phone. No distractions on your walk. And the thing about going for a walk in nature for 1 hour is that you're now back in nature, and you are in amongst the trees, in the green, in the mountains, in the wild, wherever you are. And this is going to give you access to more downloads. This is important. Okay. You're going to get more downloads on your walks, because now your ideas, when you walk, it's a form of meditation. If you are walking and you're looking at your feet, it's mindfulness. It's a type of meditation as well. Okay. And what you're going to realize is, for the first half of the walk, so maybe the first 20 attune, getting getting back into the frequency of nature, okay? And nothing is coming to you. You're not getting downloads. Your ideas are still, you're not getting answers to your problems just yet, okay? It's after the first 30 minutes. It's usually on the back end of the walk, okay, is when the magic happens. That's when the aha moments come. That's when the downloads start coming, because now you've been in nature for some time. Your brain has been readjusted to the frequencies of Mother Nature, okay? And that is the 432 hertz, okay, or 528. That is the natural tone of Mother Nature, the earth tone. That is the God frequency, okay? And what that means is that's hearing the things like the wind go through the trees, the leaves, the birds, the animals, all the sounds of nature is what is going to create a theta state, an alpha state in your brain, in your mind, okay? And you're not in a beta state anymore. And because you're in an alpha state or theta state, that is when you are able to connect with the God frequency, the higher frequency. And that is your aha moments when, if you're trying to figure out a strategy in trading, that's when you get the breakthrough moment. Do you understand? That's why it's important to do it, because, you might wake up and work on something in the morning and hit a wall and feel like you're stuck. Like it's not fucking working. Nothing is, it's not moving forward, right? So you have a problem now. So you have a clear issue, right? So then you go on the walk, as I suggest, right? And that is usually on the end of the walk. Is by the end of the walk, you'll have your download, you'll have the answer that you were looking for. And trust me on this, okay? I do this all the time. I've done this for years and it's never failed, okay? Just most people don't do it. And so this is the cheat code. This is a cheat code. If you want to transform your life, if you want to change your life or have breakthroughs, level up or whatever, do this. This one little hack is going to help you, okay? You should walk every day for the rest of your life, to be honest, not just in ghost mode. Walking is healthy. It's good for you. It clears the mind, okay? And you walk until you get the answer, until you get the download that you need, right? There is an infinite amount of wisdom that is available to you from source. And that comes in the form of figuring out your trading strategy, figuring out your trading system. A lot of my trading was figured out on my walks over the years, okay? And so that is something as a trader you need to do. And it'll also help you figure out your trading plan for the day, okay? So if you can get a nice walk in before the market opens, and you go for that walk with a rough idea of what you are going to be trading for the day, you're going to get more aha ideas, and things will be clearer, so that when the market opens, when you come back and then you start trading, you're in a flow state and you're not guessing. You're going to do a lot better, okay? So walking is important. And then after that, fasting, intermittent fasting. So I like to fast about 18 hours a day. So I have a small window to eat, and I will eat at the end of the day, after all the work is done, because you don't want to wake up and then eat first thing in the morning, because that is going to make your brain lazy, okay? You want to do all of your ghost mode work when you're hungry, when you're in a fasted state, because this is when the mind is the most clear. Same when you do your trading. If you can trade in a fasted state, okay? You don't have any brain fog. You're going to make better decisions naturally. Okay, so this is important. Okay, and if you are like in a really bad state and you are totally brain fogged and you can't focus and you're overstimulated with your detox, with your dopamine, and you need to do a hard handbrake 180 turn, then do the dopamine detox with like 2 days of fasting to start off your ghost mode, or at least 24 hours, 36 hours of fasting. So just water, nothing but water. Okay. And when you fast, you're not meant to have any sugar, none of that stuff, because that will technically break the fast. Okay. So you want to have just water, really. Water and coffee. You can have black coffee. Okay. But that's it. And then when you break the fast, you want to eat organic whole food. Okay. You don't want to go into ghost mode and be eating Dorito chips and pizza and, junk food, because that's not going to serve you in the long term. You're going to get brain fog. You're not going to be 100%. So your food, what you consume, what your content you consume, everything that you consume, you're watching it like a beast. Okay. You are extra careful on everything, because it all in a way affects the way your ghost mode will go. Okay. And if you like certain parts of the ghost mode lifestyle, you can continue for as long as you want. And of course, you can come out and, have a crazy weekend just to blow off some steam. Maybe you hit a milestone in something. So maybe in ghost mode, you pass your prop challenge. You pass phase 1. See, that's a good reason to go into ghost mode, because you are trying to pass just a prop firm challenge. That's worth going into a ghost mode if you know that thing's going to change your life. It's worth it. Wouldn't you want to like meditate before you trade? Go for a walk, get the downloads, back test in the morning, and just have no nonsense, no fucking distractions, and just do your prop challenge in the best frame of mind. Yeah. And also, if you want to work on your psychology, then you can check out the link in the description, the Inner Edge Pro. That is also a good thing to work on while you're in ghost mode. It's going to help you. So, going into ghost mode also gives you the opportunity to reprogram your psychology for trading, because what else are you going to do, right? You want to maximize your time off and get the most benefit. Okay. And so that is really what ghost mode is. It's just disappearing from society for a minute. Okay. Going dark, and then doing shadow work on yourself and working on your goals without distractions, without anyone distracting you, pulling you around, because the world is crazy. The world is chaotic. There's news. There's so much nonsense going on that it's easy to waste your valuable brain power and your energy on things that are never going to push you forward. They're not going to make a difference in your life. So may as well cut it all out and go dark and focus on yourself and do the ghost mode stuff and do the focus on the goals that are going to make your life better, right? And then you come out of ghost mode when you've hit a milestone, when you've accomplished your goal. You can come out and it's like coming up for some fresh air, You got to smell the roses too. You cannot be in ghost mode forever, because, we do live in a society. We do have family. We do have people that want to see us, right? So you also have to be mindful of that. But, you come out, and then you don't want to come out of it for too long. You want to come out, chill out, relax, go play around or golf, go away for a weekend, right? And then boom, back to work, do something else now. That's how you should live your life. Okay. So I hope that this video is the one that makes it clear for you so that you don't need to guess. Okay, you won't need to guess how to actually do this. You're gonna just follow the steps in this video, and that's all there is to it, really. Okay, so I want to see you win. Okay, if you're new to my channel, then what are you doing? Subscribe, like this video, comment below, let me know if you're going to go into ghost mode or not, how many days, if you've ever done it. I'd be interested to know. But until the next video, you're on your own. So take care now. Goodbye.